We are live on YouTube and we are live on Facebook, so let us I'm just going to check one more time. Live on Facebook, live on YouTube, yay! Start the timer. Oops, if you can press the right button. Good morning, or good morning, whichever you prefer. Right, let's start. Toe and heel, nice and gentle. Although it's going to, we're going to pick up pace a little bit because I'm only going to do a half-hour session this morning. I've got a busy day. But a 5-minute exercise session is better than a 2-minute one, and a 10-minute is better than 5. Change to rolling the foot side to side. Remember, allow the body to move as much as it wants to with these ankle mobility exercises. Yeah. I mean, it's quite nice to do an hour of gentle exercise, but a half hour of gentle exercise is super duper too. Change toe and heel. And if you can't do half an hour, you do 15 minutes, or as I say, 5 minutes. 5 minutes of exercise puts you way ahead of anybody that's sitting down and not doing any. Because exercise is sort of cumulative. There's kind of catch to that. And roll the foot side to side. The nice thing about exercise is that if you do it regularly, it becomes a habit. I try and do certain things, Tai Chi, exercise, swimming, every day. Sometimes life gets in the way, or sometimes something crops up that you consider more important, but it's rare that I don't do Tai Chi, and it's rare that I don't do exercise every day. Circle the knee. Does that mean I do everything 365 days a year? No, of course it doesn't. One of the delights of being human is to be fallible, to change your mind, to all sorts of things. Just take a day off if you want to. There's change direction. There's no harm at all in once in a while breaking the bonds that you have set for yourself. And of course, from a philosophical point of view, one could argue that all bonds are set by oneself, but we won't go there today. Because change the other leg, circle the knee. Excuse me while I wipe my nose, which is itchy. Change direction. Diagonal leg and arm raises. opposite leg and arm. Same side, doubles, dub up. Up is what I try to say, but I use dub up. We're not dubbing, we're dobbing, or dibbing. I don't know what we're doing most of the time, but there we go. That's just me. Well, actually, I say we. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. You probably know exactly what you're doing. If you do, great. If you don't worry. Doubles, opposite leg and arm. And obviously staying with the diagonal lift of both. Raising the arm, raising the leg up to the front and then out to the side. Breathing in and out through the nose, which I do, and I recommend, if you can breathe in and out through your nose, that is, pretty much all the time when you're exercising. Out to the side, round to the front, around to the front. Other leg, and of course the arm, out to the front, round to the side. And out to the side. To the front, then the leg and the arm. You don't have to do the arm movement, you can just do the leg movement, but I like to do both. I sometimes like to do both. I wouldn't say I do it every time, because that would be a fib. And feet slightly more than shoulder width apart, circle the hips. Change direction. Legs relaxed, hips relaxed, knees relaxed, ankles relaxed as much as possible. In fact, I think it's fair to say you should concentrate on relaxing as much as on circling. Change direction, try and make the circle a little bit bigger. Try also to make sure you're going forwards and backwards as much as you're going side to side. direction. Bring the feet in a little bit, bend the legs. It's as if you were sitting back ever so slightly, tucking the pelvis under ever so slightly, turning the waist, allowing the arms to float around the body. You can turn the hips a little, and you have a choice as to whether, while you're turning the waist, you look forwards, like I'm doing at the moment, or you allow the head to turn. If you find it makes you dizzy at all, then keep the head forwards. If you can turn the head though, then you can also get a little bit of a stretch in the neck, and you may find you can turn the waist a little bit further simply because you've got sort of visual markers as you turn to show you how far you're going. And legs powering up and down, arms relaxed, floating forwards and backwards. Keep going. I don't know if you heard the small noise off there. We had crows that peck at our cars and cause mayhem, bless them. But, we cover up the windscreen wipers because they eat those and they're expensive to replace. And change, straightening and bending one leg, then the other leg alternately, turning the waist, relaxing the arms. The result being your legs are getting a workout and your arms are floating diagonally. If the arms are floating diagonally, then you're probably switching from one leg to another and turning the waist correctly. Keep going. Raise the arms, take the feet slightly up, then let the arms, I won't say let the arms fall down today, actually let's pull the arms down today. Pull the arms down, then let them swing up as you sit into one leg and then sit into the other, turning away from the leg that you're sitting into. If you've done this exercise with me before, you know I regularly show a couple of variations. One where you bring the arms down, which is what I'm doing at the moment. The other where you just relax the arms and let them fall. But today, let's do the slightly more, what's the word? Slightly more vigorous. Anyway, time to stop that now anyway. Bend the knees, sit back, circle the shoulders. direction. When we finish this exercise in 4 seconds, it's about 15 minutes. If you needed to stop, that's a convenient time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse the direction of the circles that the shoulders were going in, and I'm going to try and coordinate the raising of the legs, straightening of the legs with the raising of the shoulders, the bending of the legs with the falling of the shoulders, whilst keeping the shoulders going around in a circle, and whilst keeping the arms as relaxed as I can manage. Change direction with the shoulders still assisting the movement with the movement that starts in the legs. I suppose starts with the feet sort of pushing into the ground is what it feels like, but it starts with the legs and goes through the body. Tuck the elbows in, circle the wrists. Sitting backwards, allowing the legs to relax and bend and soften, pelvis slightly tucked under. If you can, breathing through the nose. Other direction. I use terms like if you can and maybe and etc., because we're all individuals, and you do, I do, we all do hopefully the best we can, and that's often not perfect, and that's okay. The best you can do today may be better than the best you did yesterday, and tomorrow you may be even bester. Upper arms stationary, forearms rotating. Change direction. Oh, the video has frozen. Why? The video froze there for a moment. I do apologise. Big circles with the arms. Make these as vigorous as you're comfortable with. Keeping the knees relaxed and bent. We're not bouncing. Although there may be a small motion in the legs and body, but it's mainly the arms doing the work. Change direction. Obviously do this at speed which is comfortable for you. Opposite arm circles if you can, if not, just stick with one direction. And that isn't a reference to what I believe was a boy band, may even be still around, I have no idea about music. change directions. And feet slightly wider, relax, tilt side to side. Range of motion exercise, maybe the gentlest of stretches, if you want to think about it like that. When the dinger goes ding, I'm going to switch to forwards and backwards. And forwards and backwards. When the dinger goes ding, I'm going to switch back to side to side. Side to side. Nice and gently. With just a hint of a stretch. Forwards and backwards. And relax, head in a U shape. Legs relaxed, sitting back ever so slightly, tucking the pelvis under, trying to straighten out the lumbar spine a little. Don't have to be fanatical about it, just helps you relax down into the ground. Keep going. Look all the way round one side and then the other. Gently stretching as you go. Looking all the way up, all the way down. Chin tucked in. Straightening, bending the back of the neck. Circling the arms, using the hips, side to side movement to give yourself the feeling that the hips are leading the way and making the arms go around. So you're sort of pulling and pushing the arms around the circle. direction. The arms are slightly bent, quite relaxed. Well, as relaxed as they can be whilst holding that structure. Which is one of the rules of Tai Chi. Keep it as relaxed as possible whilst doing what you need to be doing. So I'm just going to move sideways so I'm more in shot. Opposite directions, and I brought my feet in ever so slightly there, and you can, if you want, bend and straighten the legs a little bit as you're doing this. More important, focus on changing which arm is nearest you. So the right arm is nearest me, the left arm is nearest me. Change direction. Diagonal, middle, diagonal, middle, diagonal, middle, other diagonal, I suppose I should say. Throwing the arms back, opening the chest. Keeping it controlled, I don't want to pull muscles, I just want to gently stretch them. So I'm not going like a lunatic, it's fairly gentle. Keep going. Middle, diagonal, middle, other diagonal. Oh, and they're not perfect diagonals, obviously. Circle the elbow, coming close for this one. Circle the elbow across the body and in. And you can see here this twisting of the waist and of the hips a little. Now I'm taking the elbow across the body and up and out. Relax. Arms out to the sides, small circles. Sorry, let me just move across. There we go. Bending the knees, sitting down backwards slightly, tucking the pelvis, blah, 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 blah. Other direction. So I'm looking down, keeping an eye on the clocks I have. Probably going to run slightly over 30 minutes, but only a little bit, because I have one more exercise after this that I want to do that we've already done, but it's a nice one, so I want to do it a bit more. Just going to adjust my feet out slightly for the next one. And let the arms drop, turn the waist, let the hands float around the body, relax. This is going to be a minute of really gentle movement. This is a lovely exercise. The 3 basic ones, 5 minutes each of the 3, is in itself just a lovely. One of these days I'll wrap up warm and do it for you. We'll broadcast from either the local park or the garden, or I'll record it, or something. I'll figure it out. Because doing these outdoors is nice. And relax. That is 30.5 minutes near us. Damn it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a lovely super duper day. See you soon.